Hi, let me grab my presentation for you. How to finally create savings. Let me grab it. All right, it's grabbing. All right. How to finally create savings. Stress-free ways to save. Oh my gosh, it went through. But anyways, hi, I am Beth Blanco. I'm a certified financial counselor, a money and mindset coach, a speaker, and author. I've been helping people since 2005 get their stuff together with their money. And I'm the creator of the Money Freedom Method. So, do you have a difficult time building savings? Do you deposit money and then you transfer it back before the end of the month? Or maybe not even that long. Maybe it's there a day and it's back. Or, does it feel like you're fighting with yourself internally? Like there's this internal struggle to be able to save. Or do you buy something impulsively and spend the money that you would have used to save? So if you answered yes to any of those questions, you're totally in the right place. You need this video, and I'm going to help you to kick some of these habits. So the first thing you need to do is improve your mindset around savings. I want you to think about savings as self-care or self-love, just taking care of yourself, okay? That it's okay to build savings, that it's okay to feel safe and to be safe. Building savings is similar to like preparing and prepping. So if you were going to go on a trip, you would definitely pack, right? You would pack clothes in the suitcase and everything that you needed. You would not just like get on that plane with nothing and wear the same clothes all week, right? This kind of a similar that savings is prepping and preparing. And also, savings is really good for your health. It can reduce anxiety, improve sleep, just get rid of stress. You can sleep better at night knowing that if there was an emergency that came your way, that you could tackle it. So the first place everybody needs to start is an emergency fund. If you don't have an emergency fund, I want you to start like today or as soon as you get paid next. But everybody needs to prepare for like a loss of income. Could be a short check. It could be a layoff, an unemployment. Just missing work. Anything that would reduce your income coming in. So we're going to do some calculating. We're going to use this number later in a few slides down the road, but I want to give you guys a homework assignment to do for yourself. This is a quick and dirty bare bones assessment. I want you to make a quick list of your bills. Don't think too hard about it. Rent, an average utilities, like take an average of a high and a low bill. You know, what your bills are running now that you've got to have car insurance, right? And most people, if they were laid off, they would still need internet to be able to search for jobs. Some things you could let go, and that's totally fine. But for this person in this example, this is their bare bones list of bills. They have a car payment, they have a Visa payment, they have some automatic things that they don't want to cancel. It could be like a gym, Netflix, Hulu. Of course, you could cancel things that you wanted, but in this scenario, this person's bills add up to $1,900. And then I said, add some food, gas, and miscellaneous because you still have to eat. You have to put gas in your car, right? So that is 600. So this person's bare bones quick analysis is 2,500 a month. And I want you to keep that figure in mind because we're going to use it in a situation in a few minutes here. So I want you to think about this. What would you do if you had no income coming in? Like you were laid off and there was nothing coming in. Well, without an emergency fund, you might skip payments and get behind on bills. You might get several months behind on bills. You might put expenses on your credit cards and build debt. You might borrow from your friends and family. I've talked to people that have defaulted on debt. There's usually they might be able to apply at a local agency like Salvation Army or Catholic Charities or things like that. But they're very strict. They don't have a lot of money. A lot of times when people reach out, they're out of funds. They had some last week and you're here at the wrong time. You make too much. There's just all kinds of reasons why it's hard to get assistance. But with an emergency fund, you can freely use your savings because that's why it's there. So sometimes, for the reasons that we talked to before, is you might have some type of self-sabotaging, mindset that you have to increase your willingness to save slowly. So what I suggest is to set up a deposit into a savings on autopilot, especially if you have wages, like if you're, have direct deposit. You can set it up to coincide with that. But start small, like $20 a week or biweekly. Like set it up with payroll, or it could be an automatic transaction, like through, online banking, but increase it over time. Maybe bump it up every few months. Go from 20 to maybe 30. And once that feels okay, you can bump it up from there. But keep going, even if you, do take money out of it or transfer money. Don't stop it. I want you to build this habit like a muscle. So, how much do you need in this emergency fund, right? Well, experts will say 3 to 6 months worth of expenses. So, let's use our example from earlier. That person needed 2,500 for 1 month's worth of expenses. So that fund would look like 75 to 15,000 for the fund. But I know that sounds overwhelming. That's a lot of money, and it is. So just start out with one goal of 1 month of $2,500. That still could take somebody a couple of years to accumulate, but slow and steady wins the race with money. And there's other reasons to save too. So emergencies aren't the only reason. They are the number one reason, a loss of income, medical events, or other crises. But the other three biggest budget busters are repairs, car and home, travel, and gifts. But there could be any like non-monthly expense. Maybe you have to save for property taxes or income taxes, or once a year you have like to renew your plates. And I know some states have like a vehicle inspection or something like that. So any reason to save is a good reason, right? If it's an out of the ordinary expense, then mark it down. And I'm going to show you how to calculate how much to save for it in a minute. So here we go. We're going to calculate. So for example, in this example, this person estimates that they're going to have about $600 next year in car repair and maintenance. So that would be 600 divided by 12 would be $50 a month to save. So let's say somebody's going to take a vacation in 2 years. They're going to spend about 3,000. So they're going to want to save 125 a month, and then they're going to have a stress-free vacation because they'll have all the funds they need. And let's say the holidays cost you about 1,200 per year, then you would want to save $100 a month into a holiday fund. I want you to set it and forget it. There's many other reasons. So take a reason that you need to save, divide it by the amount of months or whatever that you have, and then set it up and forget it. Now, what to do when windfalls come your way, like a tax refund? Okay, that's a good example. It could be a bonus, could be an unexpected, just anything. Could be an inheritance, right? I suggest putting 1/3 towards the future, 1/3 towards the past, and 1/3 towards the present. So the future is savings, putting about 1/3 of it in the savings. Now, of course, if you have a certain amount that needs to go to something specific, then you can do it, you can do it that way too. But if you don't have like a certain plan for it and you want one, Here's just a kind of a good rule of thumb. So a third into your savings, a third towards debt, and a third into your checking for things that you need now. Do you need any help or support with this? Because I have a great offer to share with you. My Money Freedom Masters, it's a monthly membership. And for less than the cost of lunch, I can help you change your relationship with money, create a solid strategy and plan, and up level your life for abundance and prosperity. That's like stepping into that mindset of wealth, prosperity, and expecting abundance to come to you instead of chasing it down. While we're changing a relationship with money, we learn about the money archetypes. That's the characteristics of money. It's kind of like a character. Money blocks, limiting beliefs, how to shift them, how to forgive your past money mistakes, and then a total plan for spending, saving, paying off debt, improving credit, and building wealth. So join the link below. You will see it in there, or you can go to my website, bethblanco.com, and find out all the details.